Oh, Shrek, guys. Hey, thanks for dropping by. All right, this is going to be my review of Neca's Batman Returns quarter scale Penguin, the Mayor version, re-release 2021.
Don't want to linger too much on the packaging, but here it is. This is how it arrives, or this is how I picked it up. Here's your front. Beautiful. Your side. Your back. And your other side. Let's go back to the front again. Beautiful.
Penguin's accessories, well, there are a fish. Nicely eaten fish. Beautiful paint apps. It looks like a fish. Nice colors inside too, actually. Alternate hand, possibly for holding the fish or his hat. Cigarette holder. Be careful, do not lose this. It's very tiny. His monocle, again, be careful, don't lose this. It's very tiny. And his hat, or its top hat. Be careful, don't lose this. It's not very tiny. And lastly, packaged hot toy style, similar to the monocle and cigarette. Be careful, don't lose this. Is his jacket. So I'm going to take this out and have a look. Look at this jacket. It's like I'm shopping for a little baby. It's really nice, beautiful fabric. Might need a little iron though, and such. We've got some nice fur, faux fur for the collar. It's got inside too, hot toy style actually. I believe that this acts as the inside of his jacket, actually like his suit jacket, and then this is the exterior jacket. So we'll see that when we close it together or put it together. So let's focus now on the Penguin. When you put your camera really close like this and zoom around and look at the details, it looks great. But again, when you have it in hand and his head is not that large, it really captures the likeness of Danny DeVito as the Penguin. I'll talk about the hair later. But damn, yeah, it's really good. I was on the fence of picking this one up, so I decided to go to the store where I pick up all my stuff, Neca, because I don't order Neca online. I had the opportunity to go through 6 of them, and all 6 were fantastic, really. But I feel like I picked the best one, of course. And yeah, I was on the fence. I just wanted to see it first before I bought it, and just when I saw it, I'm like, wow, that's Danny DeVito. The expression, the grin, even the wrinkles and everything. I'm like, well, this bad boy is in my collection. Since the original release, I did have a problem with the half actual hair and the half sculpted. It looks off to me a little bit. It still does. And of course, for me, when I think of Danny DeVito, I think of his hair kind of going over the shoulders and to the front rather than what it is right now, kind of in the back. I mean, we never saw Danny DeVito look like this. So of course it's going to need a little bit of futzing, a little bit of, if you look closer, you can see them, it's all kind of bunched together. But I was playing around with it a little bit on this side. Sorry, I'm holding the camera with my hand. And you can see you can kind of thin him out a little bit. And maybe by thinning him out, I might have some control and push it forward. And of course, when I put on the hat, I'll kind of see what I can do. If not, I might just go with custom hair, try to find something down the road. I don't know really what. I'm probably just talking and probably never do it. But that could be an option too. You can see what I mean right now. I just grabbed the hair, pulled it forward. There's something that I like with this look compared to the hair getting just straight up in the back like such. Watch. I did notice that if you notice the lip, There's some paint that is missing, the black paint, but when compared to the 5 others, they were pretty much the same too, missing around in that area. And I think I grabbed the better of the 6. Would I have preferred it to be all black? 100% yes. Let's look at his outfit. Well, it is the tuxedo top, or the vest is plastic. It's not fabric. Sculpted quite well, actually. And I do think that if it was made fabric, it might look too messy. It's probably a part of the sculpt and part of his look that needs to be sculpted, as opposed to the pants and his overcoat. So it's okay. I guess the medium choice, it might look off a little bit. You got fabric down here, you got sculpt there, but I don't have an issue with it. But I do think that when I first looked at the initial first release of this years ago, I might have had a problem with it. I might have not liked the look, but when I have it in hand, it's fine. I like the side view right there. Looks kind of cool. Let's look at the back. And there's his vest. Pants are fabric, and I think it works. It works very well. Very loose, very simple, but it gets the point across. I haven't put on his overcoat yet, so I'm curious to see how it looks all together. Again, I've seen pictures on Google and other YouTube videos, but I'm really curious to see how it looks on this guy. Here is his tie, scarf. No, not scarf. His tie. Fancy one. Well done. Look at the dots. Very nice. Totally gives the impression. And his tuxedo top, which is also sculpted, part of the vest. One piece. Look at those boots. And it even has laces on the top right there. Very nice. There's some articulation too at the ankle. Right there. And let me do it right here for you. See that? That's called articulation, folks. His pants inside is sculpted. And he's wearing the pajamas. If you had the first version of Penguin, there's 2 versions. When originally released, it was a sewer version, and it had his pajamas, underpants, and that's what's contained in here. It's sculpted. I'm not going to pull the pants out and show you. But and also, I believe this part right here is his pajamas from the first version. But of course, when it comes to his arms, they're sculpted as with a suit, not a suit, collared shirt, because we've got his cuffs, which are very nice. On the other side too, very nice. I took off his pants so I can show you. This is what I mean. This is the original sewer version of Penguin, sculpted pajama pants. And actually, look, I'm quite surprised that there's some paint application and dirt and stuff on this. There's got buttons there. It's got some holes. His pants. Well sculpted. Very impressed, Neca. Very impressed. And let's see his bum. We always want to see his bum, right? Woo! And there's his bum. Look at that. Even the zipper. A little bit of light brushing right there to give that effect. So very impressed, actually, with having him have his sculpted legs. So since I'm down here and his pants are off, let's look at the articulation. You can see the upper leg. There's some articulation there. The knees, knee bending, and of course I showed you earlier the ankles. Shoulder articulation, got elbow articulation and rotating and all that stuff, and of course the wrists. I believe it's a little bit of up and down action too. So a good range, and I think, hold on, his torso, you can see down there, so you've got some torso articulation that I can't get anything over there, But you see, there's movement there to get him in some interesting poses. Very nice, Neca. All right, enough fun and games. I'm going to get his pants back on and put on his jacket. I am Batman. Yeah, it's not so easy getting his jacket on, so I'm still struggling through it. All right, so I spent a little bit of time with it. It does need to be ironed a little bit because you can see right here the collars of the jacket, they're creased. You need to iron it out, make them more relaxed. I played around with the hair a little bit, trying to get it more into individual strands. And like I mentioned, by doing that, you can kind of pull it forward a little bit. You can see right there. Articulation on the head is very little, but I managed to get it kind of to move up and down, side to side a little bit. You can see right there. See, I've got some neck action going on right there because, oh, look at that. Look good. And again, pictures that I've seen online and in the initial original release, when you put on the jacket, it felt too big. Like it wasn't tailored properly. It does need, and you probably agree with me right here, it looks the same. It looks huge, but it needs to be played around with a bit. Look at those buttons. Fantastic. Hot Toys quality. And like I mentioned earlier, it looks like, it's a one piece, but it looks like here's your overcoat, and this might act as a suit jacket, but it's actually sewed together like that. So you can see it's a little bit wrinkled here. You might want to play with it. I don't know. So let me put on his full gear and see what happens. Actually, before I do that, let me just show the back. Here's the side. Very bulky, but you need to play around with it a little bit. See that? I like the collar. I'm not sure if it's too high. So again, playing around with it a little bit might help. But overall, it's coming together. Yes, it is. Now, I didn't want to put his hat on too tightly and press it down because I don't want marks on his forehead. Because I'm still debating if I want to keep this hat on or off when I display it. Monocle, it's not that hard to put on. Cigarettes, easy. What do you think, guys? And you can see as I mentioned earlier about the hair, I kind of played around with it, teased it a little bit, and pushed it forward. Does kind of look foreign. It doesn't really look like hair, if you ask my opinion, but it works. It's not bad, and I think it looks fantastic. And at the same time, though, the more you put on Penguin, the more bulkier he starts to get. I think you start to lose some of it. Remember when I took the pants off, it had that Penguin essence. Here, again, I have to iron the pants a little bit. I mean, iron the coat. It's very wrinkly. Once I do that, it'll probably rest a little bit better, but I still want to make sure that when I display him, of course with the coat, that I maybe open him up a little bit like that so you can see the other details. I'm going to take the hat off and see if I can get a pose with him holding it. Maybe something like this. Of course, he's looking up. I want to show, let's get some of that sculpt in, the cuff sculpt in. Let's show some of the jacket. Pull this overcoat so it doesn't hide. You want to see the tuxedo vest, shirt, pants, and of course holding the hat. So overall, it looks something like that. Sorry about the lighting, but I think I can work with that. That one looks all right. What do you think? More effective without the monocle and the cigarette? Maybe it kind of shows more of Dan DeVito. I don't know. But I like him looking up because, of course, Penguin will always be looking up. So I guess, again, it depends on where you want to display him in your showcase. Maybe it's a shelf lower. I don't know. But not too high. Yes, baby. Very nice. By no means am I a comic book guy. The only thing I know about comic books is what I see in film. But there is something about the, not DC universe, Batman universe that I particularly like. I like the Batman universe and the characters that Batman universe has to offer. I like Tim Burton Batman. It's something about the character design that I really love. It's very unfortunate, really unfortunate that Hot Toys, they did announce back in February 18th, 2012. 2012, folks. It's 2021 that they had acquired the Batman Returns license, and they were going to be making Penguin, Catwoman, and Batman. Q4 was the expected date in 2012. It's almost been a decade. Almost. And that's the reason why I passed on this one the first time, because I didn't want to have two Penguins in my collection. So I passed on the Neca version because I knew, or I was hoping that Hot Toys would release theirs, and every year, nothing. So it's very disappointing. I don't collect too many Hot Toys anymore. There's really nothing there that's interesting for me, but I would really love to see Penguin. I wouldn't mind seeing Catwoman, even the Joe Schumacher stuff. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you out there that would love to see those in the villains in 1/6 Hot Toys form. But here is my DC collection. This is the only comics I have in my collection. Batman Returns, of course, and Joker, the DX one. It's crazy that this one's purchased for what, $230 back in the days. Bare bones figure for that much now. Look good together. Penguin, you're taller than the other two. But that's great. It's fantastic looking. They're not going to be displayed together. Penguin's going to be somewhere else. Don't know where, but for my D12s, I like to display my Hot Toys one per shelf because they're worth a lot of money and you want to show that they are. Also, I'm not entirely sure if this is like a quarter scale that is to scale with the other quarter inch, or I don't know if 18 inch and quarter inch are the same scale, but he looks much smaller. It almost seems like he fits with the Hobbit or Gollum quarter scale figures than the regular like the Michael Myers and the other stuff. I mean, here he is with the Ninja Turtles. I haven't opened them up, and I don't know, he looks much smaller, like not 100% to scale. But actually I don't mind that at all because it kind of stands on its own as its own thing. You've got these big quarter scales or 18 inches all the way around, and this Penguin just sits on its own, and it really stands out. If you're curious, here's his height from a 7-inch scale action figure. Boom. So, quite large. I purchased this piece of wood from my local craft store, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it black, drill a hole, put a little stand on there, and use this as a Penguin stand because I can't afford this guy falling down and breaking his beautiful nose. No. So that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll post something later of my progress and my finished completed piece. Oh, hey, what's that? What is this? Wow, guys, look at that. Please take some time to appreciate this beautiful illustration of a devil and a penguin. Wow, something that I illustrated for you for this review. And we all know that, of course, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bo Shrek, that's me. Give it a thumbs up. Poor guy just wants to know who his parents are. His parents. All right, guys, I think that's it. I hope that I was able to review everything that you wanted to see. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.